What's up YouTube, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Max 90 Quick Strike in the Mars Landing colorway. Before we move on, today's video is sponsored by Rose Gold and Black. So they're an Australian-based men's jewelry and accessory company specializing in very versatile, very wearable, and overall just very dope product. There's a special link for my viewers only where you can access exclusive savings and pricing. So be sure to check them out. I'll link their social media, their website, and all that good stuff down in the description box below. So going back to these shoes, these dropped on March 16th for $160 or $215 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is Mars Stone and Orange Magma. So this Mars Landing pair had a ton of hype leading up to its release. These are the sequel or follow-up release to the highly successful 2014 drop of the Air Max 90 Lunar in the Moon Landing colorway. So this pair right here is fetching over 1,000 Canadian dollars on the resale market, so I'm sure that's part of the reason why these Mars landings had a ton of hype. One of the main differences though between the Moon version and the Mars version is how limited both of these shoes were. So the Moon version was much more limited and much more difficult to get compared to these guys. These ones right here, at least locally here in Toronto, were available at pretty much all of our local boutiques, and they were also available at our Nike stores as well. So personally, I don't really care that these were more available than the Moons. I'm just happy to complete the set, and I'm happy that whoever wanted this pair was mostly able to get them. So jumping straight into the shoe, as the nickname suggests, this sneaker is inspired by the planet Mars. Similar to the Moon landings, for these guys, these feature this Mars graphic printed all over the upper of the shoe. To the touch, this has a bit of a plastic or vinyl feel to it. And then when you take a picture of this shoe with flash, this entire upper is actually constructed out of 3M, so it has this really dope reflective effect to it. Embossed on both the lateral side and the medial side, we have the classic Air Max branding found near the back end of the shoe. On the back end, we have this large Nike Air branding, and this is done in this very bold metallic silver finish. The standard laces on these shoes are a waxed pair of orange laces, but they also come with 2 extra pairs of laces, so one in black and a second pair of orange laces with hits of 3M found throughout. Underneath the laces we have your tongue, which is also done in that Mars graphic print, and at the very top of the tongue we have this patch that has the Nike Air Max branding, once again done in metallic silver. So this Mars graphic extends over and into the interior of the shoe as well. And then as I pull out the insole, you'll see that this insole also has this Mars graphic, and on the heel, we have the Nike Air branding done in this metallic silver finish. Compared to the Moon landings, which had a lunar midsole, the Mars landing in comparison is just your standard classic Air Max 90 midsole. This is entirely painted in black, but we do have silver speckling found throughout, and these paint speckles are actually hits of 3M, which means that the midsole will also reflect light as well. Underneath the heel, we have this cutaway that exposes the airbag underneath the heel, and you'll see that the airbag itself is also done in this metallic silver finish. Turning these over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole. So the entire outsole is done in this translucent rubber, and then beneath this we have this graphic that's supposed to represent the treads of the Mars rover that explores Earth's neighboring planet. In terms of sizing, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and normally for Air Max 90s I get either a 10 or a 10.5 depending on the materials or the model or the specific colorway. So for these guys, I picked these up in a size 10, and I gotta say they fit me perfectly. I would definitely not go up a half size. Even with my slightly wide feet, the size 10 fit perfectly from both a width and length perspective. Next up, from a comfort standpoint, so I gotta say, one of the downgrades between this version and the Moon landings is that this conventional midsole is simply just not as comfortable as the lunar midsole. That's not to say that these are uncomfortable by any means, but these pretty much feel like your standard Air Max 90 silhouette, which is good enough for just everyday casual use, but it's really nothing crazy to go brag about. Now let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these Mars landings look on feet. As I mentioned in the start, whether or not there's high resale prices on these or not, I really don't care. I'm just really happy that I can add like a sequel or sister shoe to my moon landing pair. I find that Nike does a really good job on these really strong themed sneakers, and overall I'm super happy with this pair. But if there was one change I had to recommend, it would be replacing your standard Air Max 90 midsole and putting in that lunar midsole once more. Also, I'm kind of curious to know if Nike's gonna pull a typical Nike move and just milk this whole theme. Are we gonna see like a Saturn landing or a Venus landing or something of that sort down the line? So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys took a W or an L on these Air Max 90 Quick Strikes in the Mars landing colorway. If you guys like this video and you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on my Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before we end this video, one final thank you goes out to the sponsor for today's video, Rose Gold and Black. Be sure to show them some love, and until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one.